Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome back on this beautiful day. Let's discuss a topic where I hope you guys can relate. Is college right for you? Uh, First off, before anything, we have to ask ourselves if college is something you're interested in doing. What are you interested in uh, studying? What degree are you interested in going after? And then ask yourself if it's worth the return of investment. Really think about the field that you're going into. Um, and really think about if, man, when I graduate, how much money am I actually going to make? And I'm not talking about just entry level. I'm talking about like down the line. Think about, how high can I even go with this field? Is it just a career where, you know, maybe just bump up from like entry level to like maybe a supervisor or something, and then that's it. That's my potential earning ceiling. And is that ceiling enough to sustain you, and your future family or your family you have now, to where you can live comfortably? I feel like a lot of us, we don't really get to think about those type of dynamics when it comes to picking a career. Another thing to think about is how much debt are you going to be in by the time you're done? Excuse me. So for me, for example, right, I have a bachelor's degree, but I'm $30,000 in college debt. Um, and if I had to sit there and ask myself if my degree was worth my debt, I would have to say no. No, it is not. Um, because coming straight out of college, when I graduated, I did get a job, and after working in that field for like what 4 or 5 years, I was only making about 50 grand, maybe 60. All right. But then, let's be real, taxes, right? So how much are you actually bringing home? So from my perspective, I put in all this work to go to school, got my 4 year degree, uh, to only make about, let's say, bring home 50 grand to then be 30 grand in debt. That 20 grand is not enough. You know what I mean? It's not enough to make that difference. It's not enough for me to live comfortably. Um, So really sit down and ask yourselves if the return of investment is worth the debt you're going to accrue, if it's worth the time it takes to even get that degree. Some of us, we work full-time jobs. Some of us are full-time caretakers. We might not have time to actually even go to school physically. You know what I mean? Some of us don't have time to sit there and to study or focus on multiple classes at once. Some of us, we might have to take one class a semester. You know what I mean? And that's how it is for a lot of people. And you got to think, if it takes like, let's say 8, 9 classes to actually graduate to get your degree, and you're only taking one course per semester, so that's what, two a year. Think about it. Is that putting in that time worth it? And if you feel like, yeah, because I'm not in a rush, go for it. And if you feel like this is a degree that you can for sure make money in, go for it. You know what I mean? Then it might be worth it. But if you're let's be real, and I'm not trying to shame anyone who majored in this field or graduated with this degree, but if you're someone who's going for a liberal arts degree, and either because that's definitely what you want to do, or you're not sure if that's or you're not sure what you want to actually major in, and so you're kind of picking it as like a placeholder. Really, I would say then take your time. If you're not sure college is for you, and if you're not sure what you want to major in, do not rush taking on and signing that promissory note to go to college and saying, yeah, I'm definitely going to do this. If you're not sure that if you're going to be actually interested in even attending class, because the thing about college is that you're an adult. Your college professor is not going to call your mom and dad to say, hey, such and such didn't attend class all week. They're not going to call. They're not going to check up on you. You make your own decisions at that point, right? So if you're not going to, so if you're not in a mature mindset to even know that if you're I'm going to sleep in today, don't sign up for college. then it might just not be for you. And that is okay. There are a lot of different alternatives, but don't sit there and waste your time. And definitely, guys, don't waste your money. That's the biggest thing. Do not waste your money. Do not waste your time. Be sure that this is something you actually want to do. I spoke about this on, I think, my very first video on the channel. I have a bachelor's degree and I'm not using it. Do I fully regret it? Kinda. You know, I could always have it on my back end. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always like a plan B if, you know, things don't work out, right? But the point of college is to not create a plan B. The point of college is to make it your plan A, right? The point of college is to, you know, basically full steam ahead on your career path and be like, this is exactly what I want to do. This is what I want to do. You know, so if you're unsure, if you feel like you haven't done enough research, take some time and think about it. And again, if you're someone who you know you can't fully commit, then, you know, but you're sure college is what you want to do, then go for it, but take your time. Do not overstress yourself. Do not sit there and be like, man, I'm going to take on 12 credits per semester while working my full-time job, while coming home to X amount of kids and husband or wife, and then I have all these responsibilities at home I have to attend to. If you know you can't manage all of that, cut the slack. Like cut some of those classes down some. You know, maybe take 1 or 2 classes at a time. But you know, don't college. I feel like a lot of us we're in the mindset that college is like a sprint. You know what I mean? You gotta hurry up, graduate as fast as possible, get into my career field, make as much money as possible. Go, 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 go. That's not how college should be. College should be about networking, right? Meeting people and possibly, you know, when you graduate with them, make new connections, you know, create different opportunities for you or loved ones, you know, to be like, you know, or, you know, like people who are like, what do they call them? Like Sigma Delta, whatever, fraternity houses, right? Sorry, I lost my mind. You know, those are social opportunities to help you grow and create bonds and links and networking to help you or loved ones, you know, create better financial opportunities. So if you're someone who's looking to get that type of college experience, I have not experienced that, so I won't go too much into that, but I wish I'd done that. I think that that's a great way to network and connect. You know, so if that's something you're interested in doing, then definitely go for it. You know what I mean? But if you're again not sure what you want to do, and you're not sure of the type of college experience that you want, like if you're going to college, like community college, let's say around your local neighborhood, you're not going to get that full college experience. You know what I mean? Of going away and actually being on your own. If your parent is only 40 minutes an hour away from you, you know, I don't feel like that's fully giving you that college experience. This is just my opinion, of course, but I don't feel like that's fully giving you the college experience, because the college experience is really being on your own and, you know, figuring out a path on your own and being mature enough to say, hey, I'm going to wake up on this time. I'm going to go to these classes on this time. I'm going to study from this time to this time. I'm going to give this time to myself. I'm going to go to sleep at this time so I can wake up for this class. You know what I mean? It's all about prioritizing. That's what college is about. Prioritizing your time and really testing yourself and your abilities of being organized and focusing on your task at hand. You know, so many of us, we go to college, we'll go away to college, and all we do is party. And we're so busy drinking and having fun, meeting, you know, people, and just having multiple types of experiences, you know, and relationships and stuff like that, that we lose focus of what we really went there to do. A lot of us, we lose focus that, yo, we put down money for this. You know, and this is regardless if you're attending school or college on a scholarship or not. You know, just because you got a full ride doesn't mean it's a free ride. You know what I mean? You have to you have to do your part. You have to keep your grades up. You have to keep up your whatever it is you got your scholarship for, whether that's academically or whether that's athletically. You have to keep those expectations. You know, so if anything, you have more stress on your shoulders because the school is actually eyeing you to say, "Hey, man, you better get that A. You better get that A plus, bro. I want nothing less. You better hit that time if you let's say you're doing track and field, you better run that mile in under whatever amount of seconds because we're paying for you to be here. So if you think you're just gonna come here, slack off, and dilly dally with our money, that's not gonna fly. That's not gonna work. You know, and then they'll rip that rug right from under you. Bye bye scholarship. You know, so there's so many factors in play when it comes to college. Ask yourself right now, are you mature enough to really do the research and say that yes, this is for me, this is what I wanted to, this is what I want to get my degree in, this is what I want to study, and I know how far I can go in this field with my degree, and I know I will make X amount of money or around about in that range to take care of me, myself, and my family, right? Are you mature enough to actually go to class? Not have mommy and daddy pick you up and drop you off. You know, this is a whole new ball game. You're an adult now. Can I prioritize my study time? Can I determine how much weight or how many classes I can actually focus on without feeling the need of being burnt out, right? You know, there's a lot there's a lot you're going to have to endure. There's a lot you're going to have to really take your time and really think about. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you meet new people in college, are these people who are going to help uplift me and motivate me and keep me pushing? Or are they going to hinder my progress? Because like I said, when you go to college, especially when you go into these frat parties, man, you could experience everything under the sun at college, man. You know, some frat parties put Diddy parties to shame. And, you know, let's call it like it is, man. So are you mentally able to, you know, and I'm not saying don't party. I'm not saying don't party. Go party, go have fun. That's what college is about. It's about the experience. But are you able to, you know, kind of weave your way through that type of lifestyle and still wake up for class early in the morning? Are you still able to study? Are you still able to get your assignments completed on time? Are you still able to focus on the task at hand? If so, yo, go do it. You know what I'm saying? And for those of you out there who, like I said, who you can't fully put in the time to attend classes, or you can't fully put in the time because you have to work a full-time job or whatever it is, you know, maybe think about taking some sacrifices. Like I know for people who are going to med school, working a full-time job and going to med school, from what I hear, is not recommended. So maybe think about taking some time off work, you know? Think about maybe traveling abroad. Think about all the type of opportunities out there, and think about all the routes you can do before you commit to college. Because once college has you, it's got you, man. Like there's no loan forgiveness out there. Well, I mean, I guess there is, but you might not get one. You know what I'm saying? You know, so really think about it. And piggybacking off that, you know, there's so many different opportunities out there. If you're someone who's not sure of a career, look into trade school. Look into apprenticeship. You know, looking, like I said, traveling abroad to just experience life and maybe then figure out what you want to do based on that. I don't think, you know, everyone who's immediately graduating high school should just immediately jet off to college because their mommy and daddy said so, because that's what society tells them that they should do. If you're someone who's good with your hands, maybe pick up a trade. That's something I wish I was taught in high school. That's one thing I wish I was taught. You know, I wish I was taught about welding, plumbing, or being an electrician. You know, when you're in high school, you're like, man, I ain't being no plumber. You want me to work with that stuff? That's disgusting, man. They get paid. Go get paid. You know, really think about the different opportunities out there. I wish I got into welding. Welding's a great field. Make a lot of money. You know what I mean? And that's why I say college is not necessarily for everyone. The military. A lot of people think that going to the military is like, you know, it's seen as like, oh, well, you took the easy route to go into the military. It's not easy about the military, and there's so many great benefits to it. You just have to pick the branch that's right for you. So I would say if you're planning on doing that, really do research on all the military branches that are available to you in whatever country you're in. And really think about all the benefits that you can take from it. You know what I mean? Think about the skills and lifestyle you can get out of that. There's a lot of networking opportunities with that too, that you can then take and bring into the real world as well. You know, and like I said, there's just so many different avenues out there for you to really decide if college is right for you. I suggest don't just walk into it blind. Do research. If you're in high school right now and you're really deciding on what you want to go to college for, do any of those things. Think about picking up a trade and going to a vocational school. Think about signing up to be an apprentice somewhere. You know, to take a straight path to a career field. If you have the financial funds to travel abroad, travel the world, because there's so much out there. You know what I mean? People out there might not want to stay in the United States, where I'm at. They might want to end up living in Costa Rica just because they traveled there, they loved it there, and they felt like they can plan a home there. College is not the end all be all. Sometimes you'll find happiness joining the military. You know what I mean? Find your happiness and find what clicks for you. Because like I said, I have my bachelor's degree and I don't use it. I have not used it in a couple of years now. And I do not regret that. I don't regret not using it because I'm making more money without it. And granted, that's based on what I went to school for specifically. And I didn't do my research and my due diligence. So I'm using this opportunity to try and educate you guys to say, yo, hop on that computer, pull out your phone. Come on. You know what I mean? Don't be lazy. Actually do the research of what you want to do. Look up the different career fields, look at the different paths. You know, not everything is just, one-sided. You know what I mean? There's so many different fields out there. If you're going for nursing, there's so many different types of nurses out there. So many. So really look at, like I said, your return of interest. How much is this going to cost me to get this degree? And then how much am I going to make when I am done? How long will it take me? How much of my life am I going to be putting up to be taken away to achieve this goal? And is it worth it for me? Is a career path that I want not necessarily needing a college degree? You know what I mean? If you want to go for plumbing, there's a way to become a plumber or an electrician without getting a engineering degree or a plumbing degree or whatever they're called. So you don't have to actually dedicate that type of time to college and get all this debt. Well, there's other ways and other avenues to do it. So really think about it. Decide whether college is right for you. That's pretty much it. You know what I mean? I hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great day.